Hi guys, welcome back to another MD video. My name is Michael and today we are taking a look at the new Yamaha YZF-R1. Stick around. Welcome back to the channel guys and welcome to the new studio. Before we begin, I have to mention I will be using clips from motorcyclenews.com and Auto Trader's YouTube channels. So if you want to see the full versions of those videos, check the links in the description down below. Give it a like and subscribe to their channels. With that being said, let's jump into it. So the new R1 isn't a ground up redesign like it was in 2015, but this 2020 model has the most significant updates. It still has the same 998cc inline-4 motor that it always has, but the intake ports have been shortened and the intake volume has been reduced by 12%. A new 10-hole injector replaces the 12-hole injector that was found on the 2019 model, but it is angled much more steeply towards the intake valves to produce better atomization. The cylinder head's exhaust ports gets larger cooling passages, as well as sleeker rocker arms for the cams that are now slightly lower in profile. And this is all due to Euro 5 emissions regulations. The exhaust even has 4 cats. Typically with these regulations, the OEMs has to add catalyzers and other emission reducing elements to their models. And whilst this brings down the pollution, it also robs the engine of power. A simple fix would be to add a larger engine, but a bigger engine isn't an option for the R1, as the 1000cc limit is what makes it legal for racing. Yamaha instead focused on improving the efficiency of the motor. The CP4 power plant creates an estimated 200 horsepower and 112 Newton meters of torque. The standard R1 has KYB forks in the front with revised pistons and a shim stack layout. In the rear, the KYB shock also gets a few tweaks to match the front fork's new feel. New for the 2020 R1 is true ride-by-wire, where before it was cables attached to a sensor. Another new development is the ability to adjust the engine brake management, which is controlled by the ECU, and it's based on what gear you are in, the throttle position and the RPMs. And for the racers out there, the launch control settings have also been updated. The Yamaha R1 also has a revised front fairing that claims to give it 5% better aero efficiency. Just a second guys, if you've made it this far, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed what you've been seeing, then please consider liking and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. If you feel like helping out the MD channel, check the donation link in the description down below. But with that said, let's get back to it. So the 2020 Yamaha YZF-R1 comes in at round about $17,400. It's easy to see that this new bike is simply an act of Euro regulation avoidance. And while that may be true, there are some differences between the old and the new model that warrant some attention when shopping for a new sports bike. The only real issue I can see with the R1 is the front brake that is a little bit soft, and it has been an issue before. With that said, I do like it, and Yamaha does make great bikes. And if it's good enough for Valentino Rossi, then it's good enough for me. My name is Michael, and and I hope you enjoyed this dive into the new Yamaha YZF-R1. And as always, I will see you on the next one. See ya.